Hello, and welcome to Cozy Bedtime Stories, where the day gently fades away and sweet dreams come to life. I'm Cozy, your guide for the evening, here to bring you soothing tales that whisk you into a world of wonder, calm, and relaxation. Whether you're winding down after a busy day, helping little ones drift off to sleep, or simply looking for a peaceful escape, you've come to the right place. So, snuggle under the covers, take a deep breath, and let the magic of storytelling carry you to a cozy, dreamy place. Tonight's journey begins the custom of welcoming the kitchen god's return on the 4th day of the first lunar month in Taiwan during the lunar year. In Taiwan, each day is marked by unique traditional customs. The 4th day of the first lunar month is particularly significant. On this day, people grandly welcome the kitchen god back to the mortal world with great enthusiasm. The kitchen god holds an important position in folk beliefs and is also known as the kitchen king or the divine commander of the kitchen. The kitchen god is often depicted as a kind and amiable elderly figure dressed in gorgeous official robes and sometimes accompanied by the kitchen goddess. The origin of the kitchen god can be traced back to the ancient people's worship of fire. As the hearth was the central area of the family for cooking, the concept of the kitchen god's protection gradually emerged. There are various legends about the origin of the kitchen god. One version says that the kitchen god was originally a mortal named Jiang Dan. After making mistakes and falling into poverty, he was taken care of by his ex-wife Guo Dingxiang. Overwhelmed with shame, he jumped into the hearth and died. Due to his remorse, the Jade Emperor appointed him as the kitchen god, responsible for reporting the good and evil deeds of the mortal world to the heavenly court on the 24th day of the 12th lunar month every year. Another version claims that the kitchen god is the incarnation of the Yellow Emperor. After the Yellow Emperor passed away, people enshrined him as the kitchen god to commemorate him and hoped that he would continue to protect families and ensure peace and prosperity. Regardless of the version, the kitchen god is entrusted with the responsibility of monitoring the good and evil deeds of the mortal world and governing the fortunes of families. The kitchen god will go to the heavenly court to report on the 24th day of the 12th lunar month, and the Jade Emperor will reward or punish each family accordingly. The origin of welcoming the kitchen god back on the 4th day of the first lunar month is closely related to the functions of the kitchen god. The kitchen god has been guarding the mortal world since the Shang dynasty. He leaves for the heavenly court to report on the 24th day of the 12th lunar month and returns on the 4th day of the first lunar month. In order to let the kitchen god continue to bless their families, people hold ceremonies on this day to welcome the kitchen god back and pray for peace and prosperity in the new year. Ceremony process of welcoming the kitchen god. 1. Morning preparation. In the early morning of the 4th day of the first lunar month, as the first ray of sunlight shines into the house, the elders in the family will get up early to start the preparations for welcoming the kitchen god. First, they will conduct a comprehensive cleaning of the entire house. This is not just a simple cleaning task, but a ritual purification act. Every corner, from the corners of the roof to the cracks in the ground, needs to be carefully cleaned without leaving any dust or debris. It symbolizes getting rid of all the bad luck and negative things accumulated over the past year and welcoming the return of the kitchen god with a brand new and clean environment. After the cleaning, family members will work together to prepare the offerings for the kitchen god. The 3 sacrificial animals are essential, usually including a whole chicken, a complete fish, and fresh pork. These offerings need to be carefully processed. The chicken's feathers should be neatly arranged, the fish's scales should be kept intact, and the pork should be cut into regular pieces and neatly arranged. In addition to the 3 sacrificial animals, various fresh fruits will also be prepared. For example, apples represent peace, oranges symbolize good luck, and pitayas represent prosperity. Candies and pastries are also common offerings, and their sweet taste symbolizes the sweetness and beauty of life. In addition, some wine will be prepared to pay respects to the kitchen god. All the offerings will be carefully placed on exquisite plates or bowls, waiting for the moment of worship. Noon arrangement and preparation. At noon, the kitchen stove will become the core area of the entire ceremony. Family members will place the prepared offerings on the stove in turn, according to certain orders and rules. In the middle of the offerings, a portrait of the kitchen god will be placed. The kitchen god in the portrait has a kind face and is dressed in gorgeous clothes, as if smiling and watching all this. In front of the portrait, a pair of exquisite candlesticks will be placed, with big red candles inserted. The flames of the candles flicker gently in the breeze, symbolizing hope and light. On both sides of the candlesticks, several bundles of burning incense will be placed. The incense smoke curls up and drifts towards the sky, carrying people's respect and wishes for the kitchen god. In addition, some red couplets and food characters will be pasted around the stove. The auspicious words on the couplets and the eye-catching red of the food characters add a strong festive atmosphere to the entire ceremony. Evening worship ceremony. As night falls in the evening, the whole family will dress neatly and gather in front of the kitchen stove to officially start the worship ceremony for the kitchen god. The ceremony is presided over by the elders in the family. The elders will first light 3 sticks of incense, hold them above their heads with both hands, and bow deeply to the kitchen god 3 times to express their respect and gratitude. Then, the elders will insert the incense into the incense burner and mutter words, reporting the situation of the family over the past year to the kitchen god and praying that the kitchen god will continue to bless the family members with good health, smooth work, academic success, and wealth in the new year. During the elders' prayer, other family members will stand quietly aside, with their hands folded, silently following the prayer. After the prayer, the elders will lead the whole family to kowtow to the kitchen god, usually 3 times. After kowtowing, the elders will pick up the wine pot, slowly pour the wine into the wine glass, and then hold the wine glass above their heads to toast the kitchen god. After toasting, pour the wine in the glass on the ground, symbolizing offering the fine wine to the kitchen god. Next, the younger generations in the family will come forward one by one to repeat the elders' actions and express their respect and wishes to the kitchen god, setting off firecrackers and wrapping up. After the worship ceremony, the young men in the family will go to the door and light the pre-prepared firecrackers. The sound of firecrackers suddenly rings out, resounding throughout the village or community, symbolizing driving away evil spirits and welcoming the arrival of the kitchen god. After a few minutes, the sound of firecrackers gradually subsides. At this time, the whole family will return to the kitchen again. The elders will distribute a part of the offerings to everyone, allowing everyone to taste them, which symbolizes sharing the blessings of the kitchen god. Finally, the whole family will have dinner together. The dishes for dinner are usually more sumptuous than usual. Everyone spends this special night in laughter and joy, looking forward to a happy and auspicious new year. There is a touching story. A long time ago, a poor small village suffered a severe drought, and the crops failed. The people were hungry and cold. The kitchen god sympathized with the villagers and pleaded with the Jade Emperor. Eventually, the Jade Emperor was moved and sent rain to save the villagers and bestowed a bumper harvest. To thank the kitchen god for his life-saving grace, the villagers hold grand ceremonies every year on the 4th day of the first lunar month to welcome the kitchen god back and pray for good weather and a bountiful harvest in the village. This custom has been passed down to this day. The custom of welcoming the kitchen god back on the 4th day of the first lunar month in Taiwan carries people's inheritance of traditional culture and also Nyeonyedaening and expectations for a better life. Through these ritual activities, people convey their wishes and blessings to the kitchen god, hoping to be blessed and lead a happy life. And that brings us to the end of tonight's story. I hope it brought you comfort, warmth, and a little escape from the day. As you close your eyes and drift off to sleep, remember, the best adventures await you in your dreams. Thank you for spending this cozy moment with me. If you enjoyed tonight's story, be sure to join me again tomorrow for another gentle tale to help you unwind. Until then, sweet dreams and good night.